So hello and welcome to Mixologist. Today what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry on with this Holley Double Pumper build. And actually, as you can see, I've taken it apart to its constituent parts. Now, there were so many things wrong with this that I think I'm going to do a video about just how not to do things. So what I need to do now is I'm going to give you some I'm gonna start doing some close-ups of all the stuff that's wrong with this carb in the hope that you won't try to repeat it, because I think somebody fancied himself being a bit of a Smoky Eunuch type person without having the technical prowess of Smoky Eunuch. That's a bit of a problem, so I'll give you some close-ups. Okay, so let's try and see the things that were wrong here. Let's park this to the side and let's start with this. As you can see here, which I said in the previous video, the air corrector holes have been drilled out quite badly actually, and this would cause a condition where the fuel would be inconsistent between one port and the other. So if you want to modify the air correctors, what you need to do is drill them out properly and just insert then insert screw-on air correctors, and don't try and not try and do this. So this is problem number one. Problem number two, which is this, there is this thing called, it has like a 1-to-1 ratio. So as soon as the primary opens, the secondary is also open. Now, generally in double pumpers, what you need is you do need the primary to open a bit before, to open a bit more than this. So this is going to have to be changed, because having a kind of like a 1-to-1 actuation, it's only okay if you've got a relatively large engine in a relatively light car with a very kind of short gearbox. Other than that, it's not going to work very well. So that's another problem. Jets. This is interesting. Now, in the primary, this is the primary metering block. I had this jet came. Now, I don't know if you can read it from there, but it's got 512. So it's basically a 51 jet, except it isn't, because it has been drilled out. Because let me compare. Let me give you here side by side an original 51 jet. This is the original 51 jet, and this is the drilled out 51 jet, which hasn't got anything to do. Now, obviously, this is, well, the reason why this is wrong is because, I don't know if you see, kind of Holley jets have tapers inside of them, and that also kind of modifies the fuel flow around the jet. And just by drilling it out, you're getting rid of that, and therefore it's very difficult to control properly kind of the fueling. So that was the primary metering block. Obviously it's got a bit of corrosion, it's a bit kind of but again, I would have expected that. I haven't got a problem with that. Now let's have a look at the jetting for the secondary. Now we've got here a 67 jet, and then we've got here a 73 jet. So it needs much more than this. But if you look at this jet, what happens is, let me see if I can do it here on camera. Yeah, so this jet basically had some sort of, what is this? Some sort of material inserted into the jet, which is this, in order to create a restriction. So, and this probably may have been drilled out. So obviously having two different jets on the secondary is not going to work. And then last but by no means least, I've got this thing. You can see here, there is, somebody has like drilled out a hole in here and put some sort of insert. I've got absolutely no idea why on earth you would do that. So if I can't take this out, this whole fuel bowl will be completely scrapped. And the other thing, which I nearly forgot, is this, that somebody, where this is for the idle, this was the idle mixture screw that came up with it. I think it was either here or here, I don't remember, maybe here. So somebody decided that it would be a great idea to fill with epoxy all of this. Well, it looks like it is epoxy. Let's have a look. Yeah, this seems like it is epoxy. To fill with epoxy, what in reality a gasket is required here. So this means possibly that the entire primary fuel bowl is completely scrap. So don't try and do this. So I think this brings the video to an end about some things for you not to do on your carb.